Hey guys, Luke the Goon back again today. 31 days of Halloween. Today is day 7. I'll get the day right this time. And today I watched Bad Moon, 1996, written and directed by Eric Red. He also wrote The Hitcher, the original Hitcher, and more recently he did 100 Feet. And I wanted to make sure I got a werewolf movie in during this time. I don't know if I'll get another one in, but this was definitely one that I wanted to watch. I've seen this one before. It was a while ago, so I wanted to kind of rewatch it because I'd forgotten some of the details of it. And it stars Michael Paré, who plays Ted, and he goes on some kind of expedition with his wife, and there's like a gratuitous sex scene, and a werewolf attacks them, and like he snatches this chick right off of him, and then Michael Paré goes out to stop him, and the werewolf just scratches him, and he completely mutilates the woman that he's with. And the scratch eventually turns him into a werewolf, and so he goes back home to near where his sister lives, who's played by Mariel Hemingway, and she has a son, and they have a dog, and the dog is actually kind of the star of the film, Thor. And so he moves back to where he used to live, but then Mariel Hemingway is like, hey, why don't you come live behind us? And he's got like a trailer, and from there she kind of slowly finds out what's going on. The story kind of unravels from there. This is a very good kind of 90s werewolf movie. Like the special effects, this is before CG became a big thing. The transformation scene is not very good. I don't even know the effect is that they used. It was like a really weird, like I think it's some kind of like in-camera. It's not an in-camera trick, but it's really strange looking. I think it's like early CG. It doesn't look good at all. But the actual werewolf looks pretty impressive. Like if you can picture, it's kind of like a howling werewolf, only not exactly like that. But he looks really good. All these special effects are really good. It's a pretty short film, actually. It's only like an hour and 19 minutes long. It's very, very short. And the story is really simple. I definitely like this movie. There aren't a whole lot of kills. It's more of kind of about like the intrigue of Mariel Hemingway finding out the story, kind of unraveling it, and her son kind of finding little things here and there. And as I said, it's the Thor, the dog, is actually the main character. He tries to protect the family and make sure that nothing goes wrong. So I highly recommend this movie. It's really good, especially if you love werewolf movies, because we don't have enough. We don't get enough werewolf films for some reason. They just don't release many of them. And this is a very good 1996 werewolf movie. I would give it probably like 3.5 stars. I think I'll stick with 3. I'll give it 3.5 because it's something that I've watched a couple times. I think I've at least seen it once. So I think that's it. The only other thing I'll add is that Mariel Hemingway, whenever I see her, I always think of the episode she did for Tales from the Crypt. I do that with certain actors who I see them in a particular role that's striking. They always come across as that character, but everybody does a pretty good job. Actually, the kid is played by Mason Gamble, who I recognized right away, but I didn't know where I recognized him from, and he was actually Dennis in Dennis the Menace, which I thought was funny. In the 90s, there were all these kind of child actors that like just really stick out to me. And this is also kind of a bygone time when they were still using kind of, you don't see too many movies anymore where they have like child actors in horror films. I guess they do it a little bit, but not like this. Anyway, like I said, probably 3 out of 5. I had my concert yesterday. That's why my voice probably sounds a little weird. I can't really hear very well either. My ears are still ringing, but it was awesome. I may do a side review of it or whatever. Maybe I'll throw up a little picture of me with the guys. So if you guys like the review, subscribe. Again, I'll be doing another one tomorrow. And also, I still plan on reviewing Creepshow episode 2. I just got to get rolling with it. So thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.